Hello, Rachel from BNI Chicago in Cook County here. And today I'm walking you through one of the most commonly asked and least understood parts of BNI, which is thank you for closed business, or in some countries, thank you for the business. What you are seeing here is the mobile home screen of my own BNIConnect app. You can see my photo, my name, my chapter, and I'm coming up for renewal soon. So if you're ever curious about your due date, it is right there. You also see in your mobile homepage information about your next meeting. My chapter is hybrid, and so our next meeting is in person because it is the first week of the month. And you can also see an incredible nearly $90,000 of closed business is going to get announced because between last week and this upcoming week, this was a big push in my own home chapter. It's also our in-person meeting this week. So again, really exciting. We've got seven chapter visitors. And then you also, for our hybrid or virtual folks, you see your online meeting link there. If you click on that eyeball, you will see who the speaker is for the week, as well as the information for those 7 visitors. That way you can look them up ahead of time, get to know them. Maybe you already know them, and it'd be nice to send a note reaching out. And then scroll on down here and you can see I've been remiss. I have not recorded any slips between last meeting and this meeting, but it's okay. I still have a few days before my meeting and I have been doing activity. Down below, you can see 6 months, 12 months, and then you can click on lifetime of the different kinds of activity that we track in BNI. So this week, I am going to go ahead and focus on my closed business, that acronym TYFCB with the shaking hands. I'm going to show you a few different ways to enter this in, as well as answer some common questions. Here's the deal. This is not just an extra step or fluff or an annoying thing we make you do. This is an important part of the referral cycle and a part not to be missed. One of our core values is recognition and showing gratitude. While it might not get you initial referrals, it certainly keeps you top of mind with the people who are already referring you, and they're going to be more likely to keep referring you when you actually stop and say thank you. So first way that you can go ahead and do this, click on that little plus sign next to the TYFCB, and I'm going to walk you through how this looks. First up, you can click on thank you to, and you will see the names of the members in your chapter. That's the default. Then come on down and there's BNI. What is this for? Well, this is for former members of your chapter or other kind of catch-all ways that you got business from BNI. Maybe someone stumbled across your profile that you filled out on BNIConnect and they aren't a member. However that business came to you, if you track that dollar back through your business and it came from BNI and you can't figure out how you can attribute it to someone, putting it under the BNI column is a great way to still get it counted in your chapter. So again, former members, maybe you've got a long sales cycle and it finally closed and that person retired or moved away or they're not in your chapter. You can thank them there. Or perhaps it's repeat business. I'm talking to my insurance agents who have renewals, or people like me who have consumable items that people hand out, or maybe you have items that people eat or drink. And so you are regularly having repeat business. That's a great way to make sure you're still capturing that. And then the next column here is visitor. Don't underestimate the power of visitors referring themselves and their clients to you. Go back, look 6, 12 months in the past. Do you have a new or repeat piece of business that came from a visitor? Log that, because the average visitor generates well over $1,000 worth of closed business to a chapter, and a lot of it never gets counted. So go in, however you do your record keeping, and make sure to thank people. It's a core value of recognition here. So you can go ahead and select someone from your chapter, and then you also have this interesting feature here. Move that. It's a magnifying glass that will allow you to look up anyone in the BNI network. So I'm going to go ahead and type in our managing director, Chris Meister. Great. Hit search. Give it a moment because it's searching hundreds of thousands of names. Great. So you can see a couple of people with similar names, but there's our Chris Meister. Go ahead and hit continue. And then this is where things get interesting. Okay, every profession calculates closed business a little bit differently. So let's say that Chris passed me a referral. It's new business. And if Chris was referring himself to me, maybe he had a personal project he was working on and he wanted to hire me, that would be inside. Now, if he is referring me to another business that he knows of, in fact, he just met an attorney who he said he would be a great referral for me. He gave her my information, and let's just pretend, it's a few weeks later and that turned into closed business. That would be outside business. These comments are private to you. I like to put my invoice numbers in. It just helps me when I go back. But if you're an attorney or a medical professional, no one sees that. So again, maybe put initials, not the whole name of someone, but it is confidential to you. Now, in the amount section, this is where we get a lot of questions. What do you put in amount? Well, if you are on commission, go ahead and put your commission. Back in the day when I first became a BNI member, I worked for someone else. And so this $1,000 worth of products that someone would have bought from me, I only got a 10% commission. So I would just be recording $100. Now, again, nothing wrong with that, but we want to make sure that this number is as accurate as possible to what is going in the pockets, in the businesses owned by our members. Now that I own my own business, that $1,000 is my $1,000. And I get that, there's taxes and fees and maybe shipping costs. I take all of that out. But what I'm not subtracting out are the red boxes I pack my customers' orders in, or the cost to maintain my website every year, right? I'm not taking out all that. It doesn't have to survive an audit, but we do want it to be accurate. So realtors, don't put the home portion price, just put the portion that is your commission coming into your business. So again, you go ahead and hit all of that. And then once you press confirm on that, it will spin for a moment and you will see now that I have one piece of closed business. Now, I'm going to show you another way that you can do this. You can come on over to slips and you can hit the plus sign, and then you will see where it says TYFCB on the left. If you click that button, it will take you back to the screen you just saw. Or I would like to show you one other way you can do this. Okay, so here you see all the referrals that have been given to me recently. Thank you to the members of my chapter. And here, those are ones that I gave. And then here you can see the business received by me. So again, given, give it a moment, given. Oh, you see, I just thanked Chris. And then received. There you go. So there's a little lag there. So here's what I'm going to do. You can see here, I've got some pieces that need to be updated. So I want to touch on this referral from my colleague, Ryan. I have contacted this person. We're in communication. Don't know where it's going to go yet, but I'm going to go ahead and give him that update. So now when Ryan looks, he can see that things are updated. You can see both Brian and Peter in my group passed me referrals, and those are green because I got the business. Now I'm going to come on over to this referral from Edwin. Edwin is a member of my chapter, and he referred himself to me. So if I click on the eyeball icon, I will see everything. And I'm going to go ahead and click green because this is a done deal. I got the business. I just need to update it. So I'm going to update it. And when you click got the business, BNIConnect will automatically send you to the closed business page. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the amount. It was actually an inside referral. So inside, Edwin referred himself to me for his own company. Outside is when he refers someone outside of our chapter, right? And then tier 3. So Edwin's a caterer, and we're printing some marketing materials for him. Got that business. Say he is out at an event and he passes my information along, and that somehow my card makes it very far away from Edwin, and that referral comes from another referral that he referred. Well, that's tier 3 plus. So inside tier 1, outside tier 2, then tier 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put in that $100 worth of printing and hit confirm, and there you go. So again, easy enough, and it completes the feedback loop of getting the referral, providing updates along the way, and then when it turns into business, thanking the person who closed that business, helped you close that business, so that they will keep opening up doors for you. Thanks, and happy connecting.